Okay, everybody, this is Sheets, and I'm going to be going over today's Gulfstream Park card, and I have to get the timing of these things down better because I have to wait until their late scratches come in, and yet I also want to get these videos up and running pretty quickly before the first race. So I'm just going to kind of breeze through this, and there are some really, really good bets early and some really, really good bets very, very late. So the pick six itself starts at race 7, and it goes through 7 through race 12. But the majority of the value is actually in the first 6 races. So I'm just going to go through these. And again, if you want to bet on horses, I use ExpressBet. So you go to expressbet.com, EXPRESS bet.com. Been using them for maybe 15, 20 years, and they're awesome. If you do that, you should use promo code TRUEDFS, TRUEDFS. And yeah, so really big day at Gulfstream. Let's go over the picks for today. And again, in future videos, I'll go over how I, do actual analysis. But for now, let's just get you some action and get you some good picks. So the first race, there actually is some really, really good value here. And that's going to be starting with, so Skyline View, the 6, I was going to say at 20-1 is a really, really good bet. At 46-1 is it's pretty ridiculous. The most likely winner in the race is definitely the 9, Traffic Trouble, but the 6 at 46-1 is just insane value. Also, the 3, Barbie's King, is insane value. So I would try to go ahead and bet the 3 and/or the 6. You could bet them to win, bet them in exactas. You could bet them in exactas with the 9, Traffic Trouble as well. You could use Sweet Giant a little bit if you want. Just an exactas though, but this is really the key. The Skyline View at this price is obscene. I think it probably has about a 10% chance to win. So implied odds should be about 10-1. If you're getting 20-1 or higher, I think it's ridiculous. So right off the bat, there's some really, really strong value bet there. Now, I encourage you to stay with me to the end because in the very last race, you have really strong wagers as well. Second race, nothing. Don't like anything in the second race. All maidens, all mostly first-time starters. I don't like anything there. The third race, I go back and forth. This 12 Cat Lady is okay, pretty decent favorite. But these other guys, 3, 6, and 9, By His Grace, Mariposa Belle, and Temperance, they're very, very decent 12-1 shots. Now, again, with these other scratches, I think that these horses are probably going to be shorter than that. So you have to kind of keep an eye on this, but I do think that those 3 are decent values. What I'd probably do is not toss Cat Lady entirely. Maybe box them 3, 6, and 9, maybe along with the 12. But again, if these guys are 20-1, then I don't care if Cat Lady is the most likely winner. She's going to end up being about even money. So again, not the greatest betting race in the world, but I would say the 12 is fine. And then the 3, 6, and 9 also have decent chances. Fourth race, there is actually some really good value, and that's going to be the 11 Money Factor. And she's definitely one of the better bets on the day. And then also the 12, Blame the Gods. So both of these horses are really, really strong values. Nothing particularly wrong with the favorites here, 1, 2, 4, and 6. But I think the 11 and the 12 are very strong values. So you could bet either or both of them to win. You could put them on top of each other, 12, 11, 11, 12 exactas. You want to screw around, you can use the 1, 2, 4, 6 as well. But these are really, really strong. The 11, Money Factor, and the 12, Blame the Gods. Fifth race, really not very good, but I'll just kind of breeze through these. The 1, 6, 7, and 10 are all decent. I guess if you wanted, you could just, use the 7 and the 6 just because they're longer. So that's okay. But I do think just the 1, 6, 7, and 10, just all 4 of those are just fine. So what you could do is if you wanted to hook up one of these horses in race 4, the 10 and the 11, the 11 and the 12 Money Factor and Blame the Gods, then you can use all 4 of those in race 5. Race 6 are 2 very, very strong horses here, and that is the 8 Strong Headed and the 10 B Major. Both these guys are going to go off hopefully about 10-1. This next tier of value is number 3, which is going to be Call Kurt at 6-1. I think that someone's got to end up being the favorite over this. I don't like this Riggins at all at 7-2. this 12 is fine, this 11 is fine, but I don't like the 4 at all. Maybe he's going to end up being bet, which will leave these 8 and the 10 as good values. You just have to kind of watch for it. But if either of these horses go off at 10 to 1 or higher, I think they're really, really good. Now, with the pick 6, again, you don't want to have to force it, but there is $5 million in the pool, so there is that allure of hopefully hitting a big one. So let's just go through what I like. The first leg, which is the 7th race, I do think the 3 is the most likely winner, even though it's the favorite. So it's not too exciting, but the Fast Scene, number 3 is good. And then number 2, Aficionado, also kind of a short price, so not the greatest betting race in the world. 5, 9, and 10 would be my next tier. So again, nothing great, but again, if you're going to bet the pick 6, I would take the 3 as your most likely winner, and then maybe go a little deeper with the 2. Second leg is awful. The 8th race, I would just go all. Just everybody's got a shot. Louis Kingdom at 7 to 5. Let me put you another way. Louis Kingdom is either a lock or it's a wheel. In other words, he's either going to show up and blast these horses, or he's just not going to do anything. So I think he's probably should be about 6 to 5. If you're going to bet the pick 6, you could either, again, just single him and probably get some crappy value, or you could just go all. Maybe throw out the 1 if you had to. So this is just an atrocious betting race. 9th race, there are 3 chalk horses and 1 okay long shot, I guess. And that's going to be 3, 6, 9, and 11. Again, not a really good betting race. Okay, I've highlighted the good betting races. There's going to be another great one coming later. But this one is not a good betting race. But just again, if you were going to bet the pick 6, you have the 6, 9, and 11 are kind of strong favorites. And the 3 is kind of a fishy long shot. I mean, definitely much less likely to win the 6, 9, and 11. But if you're going to play the pick 6 and throw in some hoodoo, you know what I mean, just to get a long shot in, 3's, I guess, fine. But again, not a great betting race. And again, race 10, this is leg 4 again. Just a lot of horses can win here. I'm just going to just list them for you. 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11. We're going to come back and make a ticket when we're done with this. So again, I wouldn't really bet the race, but I would go 3, 6, 8, 9, 11. If you had to, I'd say maybe the 3 and the 11. Sublime Appeal and Shooting the Breeze are maybe slightly better than the others, and they're really long. So maybe those 2 I might key if I was just going to put in something, just to try to hit something big. Leg 5, terrible. Just awful. I'd probably go all, or all no 9, maybe. 9, I think, is the only horse that can't win. So, again, I wouldn't bet the race. I would just go almost all horses in the pick 6, but definitely don't bet this race. However, race 12, the last race of the day, there are 4 horses that can win, and 2 of them are extremely long. So, again, if you still had any money left over, and, you definitely want to save money for this race. So the 2 favorites that look pretty good are Trapezoid and Pepe the Hunter, 2 and 3. But the 2 really, really strong long shots are going to be the 8 Discreet Heat at 20 to 1 and Il Ferone, the 5 at 15 to 1. I think both of these horses have just maybe not exactly as good of a chance as the 1 and the 2, but really close. And given their odds, I think those are really, really strong keys in all wagering, whether it be exactas, trifectas, pick 6, pick 5, whatever you want. So I think that's a really, really strong race. So you play the 5 and the 8. So just for fun, we're just going to put together a pick 6 ticket based on what we talked about. So that first leg, we had Fast Scene as our best horse. Second race, what did we say? It was either going to be the 5 or all. Or let's just put all in just for fun. And leg 3, we said the 3, the 6, the 9, and the 11. Leg 4 was really tough, right? What did we say? 3, 6, 8, 9, 11. Let's put them all in for now. Let's just see how much this all looks like. Leg 5 was ridiculous, all with no 9. And this last one, let's do this. The most amount of horses we would play are these two favorites plus these two long shots. So based on a 20-cent ticket, let's say you put aficionado in also, you could bet for $2,048 and basically be covered. In other words, you're kind of weak in the first leg, right? So this is going to be the race you're gambling a little bit, but if you do this for $2,048, that's a lot of money, but really gives you a really good chance to hit 6. Now, is the 6 going to pay enough to cover the 2,048? Maybe. You might also get some big hoodoo in here. That's very possible. So that is one way to play. Another way you could play, if you want to go really for less money, you could unclick aficionado, and then you could unclick these two shorter horses in the 6th leg. And then if you wanted, right, you can go ahead and just single that 7-5 shot and go in for as little as $64. Or again, if you wanted, again, this leg 4, we said the 3 and 11 might be slightly better. So if you really want to get greedy, you could go for as little as $25 in this pick 6. So it depends on your risk tolerance, but I definitely think there's some good wagers here. Now, again, so we're talking about those earlier races when we went through races 1 through 6, those horses we talked about, and then all the way at the end, this 5 and the 9. So hopefully you go get in there and you wager, and hopefully you hit something. And that's it. Again, I will get a better timing for how to release these things, because I do have to upload this and release it before the start of the first race, but I had to wait until late scratches came in before I could actually know what I was going to do. So I guess that's it, and good luck. That was a pump fake. Stop recording first.